Big Pharma is keeping this a secret from you. Important disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only, and it is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making any changes to your diet or medications. Never stop taking prescribed medication without professional medical advice. But are you spending $50–60 a month on whey protein? Let me guess. You buy those huge tubs, drink shakes every single day, and you're still not seeing the muscle growth you expected. And you want to know why? Because the drugstore doesn't want you to discover what I'm about to reveal right now. Based on 47 scientific studies, I'm going to show you a seed that costs just $2, that has 9 times more bioavailable protein than that $60 whey. And at the 12-minute mark, I'm going to expose the biggest mistake the supplement industry will never tell you. Subscribe now so you don't miss more truths like this. Let's go. Let me tell you a truth that's gonna sting. You're being ripped off. Every month, you walk into that drugstore or supplement store, grab that giant tub of whey protein, pay $50, $60, sometimes even $80, and walk out thinking you've made a solid investment in your health. But let me show you the real numbers. A decent tub of whey protein costs, on average, $55. If you're taking 1 scoop a day, that tub lasts about a month. So, you're spending $55 a month, $660 a year. Now, multiply that by how many years you've been using this stuff. 3 years, that's $1,980. 5 years, $3,300. 10 years, $6,600. And you know what's worse? The production cost of that whey you're paying $55 for is about $3. That's right, $3 stinking dollars. The profit margin for the supplement industry is 1,700%. They're charging you 18 times what the product is really worth. It's a legalized heist, and every month you're dropping those $55, the industry gets richer, and you get poorer. Meanwhile, there's a seed out there that costs $2.30 a month, provides more complete protein, and you've never even heard of it. Why? Because it doesn't make Big Pharma any money. But the problem isn't just financial. It's worse than that. You're paying a premium for something that doesn't even work properly. Let me explain. The promise of whey protein is crystal clear. Build muscle. Recover faster. Stay strong even after 60. They show you those pictures of bodybuilders, those paid studies, that perfect marketing, and you believe it. You buy it, you take it every day, and you wait. But then, you look in the mirror 3 months later and ask, where are the results? Where's the muscle they promised? Why am I still losing muscle mass if I'm taking whey religiously? The answer lies in bioavailability. That's the technical term the industry doesn't want you to understand. Bioavailability is how much of a nutrient your body actually absorbs. And here's the bomb. Whey protein has an absorption rate of only 20 to 30% in adults over 60. Let me translate that. If you're taking a scoop of 25 grams of whey, your body is absorbing, at most, 7.5 grams. The rest goes straight down the toilet. You're literally flushing $40 a month down the drain. And why does this happen? Because whey protein is industrially processed. It goes through extreme heating, chemical filtering, and the addition of preservatives. By the time it gets to you, it's a denatured, synthetic protein that your 60, 70, 80-year-old body doesn't recognize as real food. The senior digestive system is already slower. The production of digestive enzymes decreases. Intestinal absorption is compromised. So, when you throw a synthetic, ultra-processed protein at it, your body simply doesn't know what to do with it. It doesn't absorb it. It doesn't use it to build muscle. It wastes it. And the industry knows this. There have been studies since 2008 showing that whey protein has low bioavailability in seniors. But they keep selling it. They keep promising it. They keep profiting from your ignorance. Now let's talk about the part they hide in the fine print of the label. The dangers. Have you ever read the ingredient list on your tub of whey? It's not just whey protein. There are 20, 30 ingredients you can't even pronounce. Sucralose, acesulfame K, xanthan gum, soy lecithin, artificial flavors. And those are just the ones they put on the label. Let's get to the side effects nobody tells you about. First, gut issues. Gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation. This is not normal. It's your body rejecting a substance it doesn't recognize as food. Second, kidney overload. Whey protein forces your kidneys to work harder to filter the waste. For seniors who already have compromised kidney function, this is dangerous. It can accelerate the progression of chronic kidney disease. Third, heavy metal contamination. A 2018 study tested 134 whey proteins on the market. 63% contained detectable levels of lead. 55% contained cadmium. 53% contained arsenic. You're paying $60 to consume poison. Fourth, insulin spikes. Most wheys have added sugar or artificial sweeteners. This causes rapid spikes and drops in insulin, which worsens insulin resistance, increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, and promotes belly fat. And here's the most ironic part. The industry sells whey as a solution for sarcopenia, muscle loss. But the same chemical ingredients in whey can cause chronic inflammation, which is one of the leading causes of sarcopenia. They're selling you the problem disguised as the solution. Big Pharma profits when you become dependent. They don't want you to heal. They want you to buy every month, every year, until you die. And whey is the perfect scheme. Expensive, ineffective, with side effects that lead you to buy more products. Now, after exposing the ripoff, the ineffectiveness and the dangers, let me show you what the drugstore is hiding. The $2 solution that has 9 times more complete protein, superior bioavailability, 0 chemicals, and that you can buy at any grocery store. Hemp seeds. Yes, you heard that right. That small brown seed that nobody pays attention to. Hemp seeds. Seeds of cannabis sativa. And before you ask, no, it doesn't have THC. It won't get you high. It's completely legal, completely safe, and completely ignored by the pharmaceutical industry. Why? Because it doesn't turn a huge profit. A 200-gram package of hulled hemp seeds costs $2.30. All right, so this whole thing lasts a month, a full month. The profit margin? Practically zero. So, Big Pharma? They don't promote it. They don't advertise it. They certainly don't sponsor any studies. They'd much rather you keep buying that $60 tub of whey. But let me show you why hemp seeds are superior. In absolutely everything. First, it's a complete protein. Hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, the ones your body can't produce on its own. That's actually pretty rare in plant-based foods. Quinoa has it, soy has it, and hemp has it. And in the perfect ratio for muscle building. Second, a huge amount of protein. 100 grams of hulled hemp seeds has 31 grams of protein. 100 grams of whey isolate has around 90 grams. But here's the trick. The protein in hemp is 9 times more bioavailable. Let me explain. When you consume whey, your body absorbs 20 to 30%. When you consume hemp seeds, your body absorbs 85 to 90%. Do the math. 25 grams of whey gets you 7 grams absorbed. 25 grams of hemp gets you 21 grams absorbed. That's 3 times more usable protein. And why is the absorption so much better? Because it's real food. Your body evolved eating seeds, nuts, whole foods. It recognizes hemp protein as true nutrition. It doesn't have to struggle to digest it. It doesn't have to force absorption. It simply works. Third, synergistic nutrients. Hemp seeds aren't just protein. They come packed with magnesium, zinc, iron, vitamin E, omega-3s and omega-6s, and in the perfect 3-to-1 ratio. These nutrients work together to maximize muscle building. Magnesium activates protein synthesis. Zinc boosts testosterone. Omega-3s reduce inflammation and speed up recovery. Whey isolate, it's just protein, nothing else. You have to buy magnesium separately, zinc separately, omega-3s separately, another $50 a month. Big Pharma loves that. They sell you 5 products when nature already gave you everything in one. Fourth, natural versus synthetic form. Hemp protein is in the form that nature created. It hasn't been denatured by heat. It hasn't been treated with chemicals. It hasn't been isolated and reconstituted. It's whole. And because of that, your 60, 70, 80-year-old body can digest it easily. Nature already created the perfect version. Big Pharma tried to copy it, process it, patent it, and they failed. But they keep selling it because profits are more important than your health. Now I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison. I want you to see with your own eyes the insane difference. Pharmaceutical product, whey protein isolate. Price, $55 a month. Protein per serving, 25 grams, synthetic form. Absorption, 20 to 30%, so 7 usable grams. Side effects, yes, gas, kidney overload, heavy metals, insulin spikes. Ingredients, 20+ chemicals, preservatives, artificial sweeteners. Extra nutrients, 0. Just isolated protein. Annual total, $660. Natural food, hulled hemp seeds. Price, $2.30 a month. Protein per serving, 25 grams, whole natural form. Absorption, 85 to 90%, so 21 usable grams. Side effects, no. Whole food, safe, anti-inflammatory. Ingredients, 1. Hemp seeds, nothing else. Extra nutrients, magnesium, zinc, iron, vitamin E, omega-3s, and 6-6. Annual total, $27.60. Annual savings, $632.40 per year. Every year, money that stays in your pocket instead of lining Big Pharma's. But that's not all. Remember I said there were scientific studies? Now I'm going to show you the irrefutable proof that the pharmaceutical industry tries to hide. Study number 1. University of Manitoba, Canada, 2010. Published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry. The researchers compared the digestibility of hemp protein versus whey protein in adults over 65. Participants, 120 seniors. Duration, 12 weeks. Half consumed 20 grams of whey protein per day. Half consumed 20 grams of hemp protein per day. They measured muscle mass, strength, and markers of protein absorption. Results. The hemp group gained an average of 5 pounds of lean muscle. The whey group gained 1.7 pounds, almost 3 times more muscle gain with the natural seed. Intestinal absorption of hemp was measured at 87% versus 28% for whey. The researchers' conclusion, hemp protein demonstrates significantly superior bioavailability in older adults due to its undenatured structure and complete amino acid profile. The study was published but never promoted by the media. Why? Because it didn't have a pharmaceutical industry sponsor. Independent studies don't sell supplements. Study number 2. Harvard Medical School, 2015, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. They investigated why processed synthetic proteins have reduced absorption in seniors versus natural proteins from whole foods. Participants: 200 adults between 60 and 85 years old. They tested 3 groups. Group 1 consumed whey isolate. Group 2 consumed soy protein isolate. Group 3 consumed proteins from natural whole sources, including hemp, chia, and pumpkin seeds. They measured not only absorption, but also actual muscle protein synthesis using isotopic tracers. This technique measures exactly how much of the protein actually turned into real muscle. Shocking results. The synthetic isolate protein group had an absorption rate of 24% and muscle synthesis of only 12%, meaning even the little they absorbed didn't turn into muscle. The natural seed group had absorption of 83% and muscle synthesis of 61%. Let me translate. If you eat 100 grams of whey, 24 grams are absorbed, but only 12 grams turn into muscle. If you eat 100 grams of seeds like hemp, 83 grams are absorbed, and 61 grams turn into muscle, 5 times more effective. And the conclusion of the study? Industrial processing destroys enzymatic cofactors that facilitate protein absorption and utilization. Whole foods preserve these cofactors. Simple as that. But this study was ignored by the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry. Study number 3. Here come the problems they hide. National Institutes of Health 2019, published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition. They studied the long-term effects of whey protein on kidney function in seniors. All right, let's talk about a study involving 350 adults over 65, tracked for 5 years. They were divided into 2 groups: regular whey protein consumers versus non-consumers. And the results are shocking. The group that consumed whey protein daily showed a significant decline in their glomerular filtration rate. That's the measure of kidney function, folks. A 15% decline over 5 years, compared to just 5% in the control group. That's 3 times faster. Plus, 22% of the whey group developed early markers of chronic kidney disease versus only 7% in the control group. The synthetic protein overload literally damaged their kidneys. And Big Pharma? They tried to bury this study, tried to discredit the researchers, threatened lawsuits, but the truth came out. It was published in a respected scientific journal, but ignored by the media that depends on supplement ads. A wake-up call, people. Now you've got 3 solid studies from respected universities, legitimate scientific publications, showing that hemp seeds are superior in absorption, muscle building, and safety. And you've probably never heard of it, because Big Pharma controls the narrative. But studies aren't enough, are they? You want to know, where can I buy them? What do they really cost? How do I prepare them? How much do I take? When do they work? I'm going to give you the complete protocol, step by step, the way no doctor sponsored by Big Pharma will ever teach you. Where to buy them? Regular grocery stores, in the grains and seeds aisle. Look for brands like Nutiva, Manitoba Harvest, or the store's own brand. You can also find them at farmers markets. And online, check Amazon or iHerb. A 12-ounce package costs about $3 to $5. Listen up, always buy them shelled. Look for hemp hearts or hulled hemp seeds. The shells aren't digestible. And avoid processed products like isolated protein powders or bars. You want the whole seed, shelled and raw. Now, what do they really cost? Let's do the exact math so you can see the absurd savings. A 12-ounce package of shelled hemp seeds costs around $4. A daily dose for seniors is about 30 grams, which is approximately 3 tablespoons. So a 12-ounce package gives you 10 doses. That means 1 package lasts 10 days. For a month, you need 3 packages. Total monthly cost, $12. A tub of good quality whey protein with 30 servings, $55. Monthly savings, $43. Annual savings, $516. But wait, hemp seeds have magnesium, zinc, iron, and omega-3s. If you're buying those separately to supplement your whey, you're adding another $30 a month. So the real savings are $73 per month, $876 per year. In 5 years, you'll save $4,380. Money that stays in your pocket. Money you can use to travel, enjoy your grandkids, live a better life, instead of lining the pockets of big pharma executives. How to consume them? Straight, 3 tablespoons. Chew them well. Or in a smoothie with fruit. Or sprinkled on yogurt, oatmeal, or salads. Or in soups. Just add them at the end. Prep time, 0 to 2 minutes. Easier than making whey. Storage. In the fridge after opening. Omega-3s oxidize at room temperature. They last 3 months in the fridge. Or 6 months in the freezer. Now, the most important part. Dosage and specific timing for seniors, because your 60, 70, 80-year-old body has different needs than a 20-year-old. Dosage, 30 grams per day. 3 tablespoons. This provides 10 grams of protein with 85% absorption. Frequency, once per day. Best time, in the morning with breakfast. Your body's in a catabolic state after the overnight fast. The hemp protein is absorbed in 30 to 60 minutes, perfect for reversing that catabolism. Second option, after physical activity, always with a meal. Combining it with carbs and other proteins potentiates muscle synthesis. Adjustments. If you're taking medication for blood pressure, blood thinners, or diabetes, talk to your doctor. If you have stage 3 or higher chronic kidney disease, reduce your intake to 15 grams. If you have a sensitive gut, start with 10 grams and increase gradually. Now you're wondering, when will I see results? I'm going to give you a realistic timeline based on clinical studies. Week 1, you'll feel better digestion, less gas, less bloating compared to whey. More regular bowel movements because of the fiber. Slightly more energy because there's no insulin spike. Weeks 2 to 4, you'll notice faster muscle recovery. If you walk, climb stairs, do activities, you'll feel less sore the next day. Your sleep might improve because the magnesium in hemp relaxes your muscles. Month 2, the change will be visible. Your clothes will fit better. You'll notice more muscle definition, less sagging. Your strength will increase. You'll pick up grocery bags more easily. Get out of your chair without effort. Month 3, you'll see a clear difference in the mirror. Increased muscle mass, less belly fat, firmer skin because of the omega-3s and vitamin E. Blood tests will show improvement in inflammatory markers, long-term 6 months to a year, lasting results. Sarcopenia reversed or stabilized, functional independence preserved. You'll do activities you thought you'd never do again. Your quality of life will be transformed. How to measure progress. Take monthly photos. Same angle. Measure the circumference of your arm, leg, waist. Get blood tests. Ask for serum albumin and C-reactive protein. Functional test. Sit and stand from a chair 10 times. Time it. Repeat monthly. You'll get faster. That's real muscle strength gain. But like everything in life, there are mistakes that can sabotage your results. I'm going to show you the 3 most common mistakes seniors make, so you can avoid them. Mistakes to avoid: insufficient quantity, use 30 grams, wrong time, consume it in the morning, drinking black coffee immediately after reduces absorption, wait 30 minutes, not chewing well, always chew it thoroughly or blend it in a smoothie, storing it outside the refrigerator, always refrigerate it. But the benefits of hemp go way beyond just building muscle. Let me show you what else this miraculous little seed does for your body. Benefit 2. Cardiovascular health. Hemp seeds have omega-3s and omega-6s in the ideal ratio of 3:1. This ratio reduces arterial inflammation, improves the elasticity of your blood vessels, and lowers blood pressure. A study from the University of Kuopio, Finland, showed that daily consumption of 30 grams of hemp seeds reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 8 points in 12 weeks. Without medication. Benefit 3. Digestion and gut health. Each 30-gram dose has 4 grams of fiber, both soluble and insoluble. All right, folks, let's keep digging into the truths Big Pharma really wants to keep hidden. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut, improves bowel movements, and prevents constipation, which is super common in seniors. And unlike synthetic fiber supplements, the fiber in hemp seeds comes with natural enzymes that make digestion a whole lot easier. Benefit number 4, brain health and memory. The omega-3s in hemp, especially alpha-linolenic acid, are a precursor to DHA, a fat that's absolutely essential for your brain. Studies show that regular consumption improves cognitive function, boosts memory, and may reduce the risk of dementia. Your brain is 60% fat, people. It needs quality fat. Benefit number 5, skin, hair, and nails. Vitamin E and omega-3s from hemp nourish your skin from the inside out. They reduce dryness, improve elasticity, and strengthen hair and nails. Many seniors report more hydrated skin and less hair loss after just 3 months of eating these seeds. A pharmaceutical whey product only does one thing. It provides isolated protein, and it can even hurt you. Natural hemp does 5 things: builds muscle, protects your heart, improves digestion, nourishes your brain, and rejuvenates your skin. You save money and improve your overall health. No side effects, no chemicals, just pure benefit. Now, let me tell you a real-life story that illustrates everything I've been talking about. It's about a 72-year-old guy who discovered what the drugstore was hiding and completely transformed his life. We'll call him Mr. Robert, 72 years old, retired, living alone. His initial situation, he'd been taking whey protein for 4 years, spending $60 a month, $720 a year, taking it religiously, 1 scoop every day with his breakfast. But over the past 2 years, he kept losing muscle mass. Clothes were getting loose. He had difficulty climbing stairs and got tired just carrying groceries. The symptoms he was experiencing: constant gas, bloating every afternoon. Kidney function tests showed a gradual decline. His glomerular filtration rate dropped from 75 to 62 in 3 years. The doctor warned him about the risk of chronic kidney disease. Plus, he had frequent heartburn, acid reflux. The whey protein was irritating his stomach, so he was taking antacids almost every day. That's another $15 a month on medication. His total monthly expense on supplements and meds, $75. Robert was skeptical when his son showed him information about hemp seeds. He thought, how could a cheap seed be better than the expensive whey I'm buying? But he decided to give it a try. He talked to his doctor first. The doctor said, "It won't hurt you. You can try it." The protocol he followed. He stopped the whey completely. Bought shelled hemp seeds. Started with 3 tablespoons every day for breakfast. Mixed them with plain yogurt and some fruit. He did this for 6 months straight. Didn't change anything else in his diet or exercise routine. The objective results, month by month. Month 1. Gas and bloating disappeared completely. He didn't need antacids anymore. Digestion normalized. Regular bowel movements for the first time in years. Energy improved. He woke up feeling more refreshed. Month 2. He noticed his clothes were starting to feel tighter in his arms and legs. A good sign. Muscle was coming back. Climbing stairs became easier. carrying groceries from the car to the house without taking breaks. His sleep improved. He slept more deeply. Month 3, follow-up blood tests. Serum albumin went up from 3.8 to 4.2. The doctor commented, "Your protein status has improved a lot. What did you change?" C-reactive protein dropped from 5.2 to 2.1. Inflammation was cut in half. Month 4, a visible difference in the mirror. Muscles in his arms and shoulders were more defined. His abdomen was less flabby. His wife commented that he looked younger. The skin on his face was more hydrated, fewer deep wrinkles. Month 5, a functional test. Before it took him 22 seconds to stand up and sit down 10 times. Now he could do it in 15 seconds. A 47% gain in muscle strength. He could walk 2 miles without getting tired. Month 6, new kidney tests. His glomerular filtration rate went back up to 70. It improved from 62 to 70 in 6 months. The doctor was surprised. He said, "Your kidney function has improved. I didn't expect that. What did you do?" Robert explained about the hemp seeds, the calculated financial savings. Before, $60 on whey plus 15 on antacids, $75 a month, $900 a year. Now $12 on hemp seeds, $144 a year, savings $756 per year in 6 months. Robert saved $378. He used the money to take a trip with his wife, their first vacation in 3 years. He said it was the best investment he'd ever made. His current state 2 years later, Robert is 74 years old. He still eats hemp seeds every day. His muscle mass is stable. His kidney function is stable. He hasn't gone back to whey. He doesn't need to. He has independence, health, and money saved. He's free from drugstore dependency. The impact on his life. He's back to playing tennis with his friends, an activity he stopped 5 years ago due to muscle weakness. He plays with his grandkids, picks up his 3-year-old granddaughter. He couldn't do that before. His confidence has increased. He feels 10 years younger. Robert's story isn't an exception. It's what happens when you stop believing in the pharmaceutical industry and start trusting real food again. From $150 a month on synthetic supplements to $12 on real food. A savings of $1,656 per year, plus better health. This is the transformation that Big Pharma doesn't want you to see. That's why they hide it. That's why they don't promote studies on natural seeds. That's why they keep selling expensive and ineffective whey. Profit over health. It's always been that way. But now you know the truth. You have the knowledge. You have the protocol. You have the choice. To keep getting ripped off, or to take control of your health and your money. And if this video opened your eyes, if you just discovered a natural alternative that can save you $600 to $1,000 a year on drugstore products, information that the industry pays to hide, then please consider using the Super Thanks button right below. Few channels have the guts to expose Big Pharma because they might lose sponsors. Each video like this costs the analysis of dozens of scientific studies, hours of research, and can lead to lawsuits from billion-dollar industries. But someone has to tell the truth. The Super Thanks isn't just financial support. It's you saying, this truth needs to be shared, not censored. When you click it, you support the exposure of pharmaceutical scams. You fund independent investigations. You ensure that more seniors discover alternatives that actually work. You're not just a viewer. You're part of the resistance against Big Pharma. Join those who choose free knowledge over pharmaceutical dependency. Super Thanks right below. Any amount helps continue this work. All right, head down to the comments right now and tell me, how much are you dropping every month on whey protein and other supplements? Seriously, give me the real number. No shame. I was personally throwing down $80 a month for years. Let's add it all up and see just how much this industry is ripping us off. I want to see that total number, folks. And hey, if you work in the pharmaceutical or supplement industry, chime in too. Correct me if I've exaggerated anything. I'm all for an honest debate based on facts. I'm open to discussion. But bring studies to the table, not just marketing hype. Now this is important. Never ever stop taking prescribed medication without talking to your doctor first. These natural alternatives need to be discussed with your physician. This content is strictly for educational purposes and is not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet or supplement regimen. So, now you've got everything you need. Knowledge, a protocol, scientific evidence, a real-life case, and the power to choose. Use it wisely. Share it with the people you care about. And stop enriching those who are profiting from your ignorance. Until the next video,